Hi, my name's Mark Hawkins from Handball.ai. I'm a Handball.ai game tracker, EHF expert analyst and national team coach. We're going to look at how we can use the scouting dashboard in Handball.ai. We're going to look at how we can use our scouting dashboards in Handball.ai. As we come into the software, we arrive at our coaching zone page. If we click the arrows at the top of our menu on the side of the screen, that'll bring up a more detailed menu, and as we click scouting and analysis, the drop down menu will give us scouting for our scouting dashboard. To start with, we're going to be looking at comparing teams and comparing players. We're going to start with the compare teams mode. As we go to the team drop down menu on the first section here, this will bring up a list of all the teams that we have in the competition. So we can select, for example, FC Porto, and then the other teams that we had in some of the games we analysed, Georgi, and we will do Flensburg. So this will bring up the basis of the team stats and information. You can see it gives us a list of possessions, goals, saves, some of the more common statistics at the top. You'll notice that as we hover the mouse over any of these situations, it gives us a link. So if we decided we wanted to watch all of the saves from Georgi, for example, we could click that and it would bring up a list of the videos, playlist there of every save made by Georgi. The back arrow takes us back to the main page. As you can see, all these numbers here have the same opportunity to link, so you can see the videos. If you click the games drop down menu, this brings up all the games the team has played in the competition so far. If you were to select all, then it would have all 14 games, and the numbers, the statistics change accordingly. If you wanted just to have a few, or if there's some specific ones that you wanted to look at, could click select nothing, and then maybe you want to look at the Georgi games from when they played against Benfica. That would again change this accordingly. You can see obviously from 14 games there's a far greater amount of events, but the averages give you some comparison there. As we go down, this also gives us specific defensive events. Again, these are all linked to video files, so you can bring up all 7 of the attacking faults provoked by Flensburg. You can see all the offensive events, all the shooting maps here. Again, these are all clickable, so you can see the 6 that were scored in this area of the goal in the middle on the left hand side. This brings up the clips for that particular action or statistic. You can compare all these different game system actions all the way down here, so quite a comprehensive amount of information there. Also, if you wanted to, if we click on this again, if we decided we wanted to take 2 or 3 of these examples, we could then download them. We could add them to a different playlist or share them to a different sort of file, different area of Handball.ai. We have some of the menu options at the top here. If you didn't want them in ascending order, you can look at different ways, as it shows here. You can select them all, or filter if there was any specific. If you wanted to see these moments in just 6v5 situations, we could remove these options and just see them in 6v5. Or again, as you see here, if you wanted to see them in different parts of the game. So if you wanted to see somebody just in crucial last 10 minutes or at the beginning of the game, those options are all available to you there. Comparing players, we do in a very similar way. We start with the same drop down menus, so we can take the same teams, or we'll have a look at some different ones. BSV in Denmark, FL in Iceland, and we have Georgia again. Again, here we just have the additional option to look at the drop down menus, and we can filter this by individual players. So if we, from BSV, we were to take Morten Olsen, again we have the same option of the amount of games. We'll put select all here. FL, we'll select Aaron Palmerson. And in Georgi we will look at Tobias Grondal, and then we have a similar mix of playing positions. You can select however many games we want, all the games that the teams have played. You can see here now, no statistics for Aaron Palmerson here, but the same numbers appear similar to the team comparisons here in the individual player scouting dashboards. And again, all the same options available to you here. If we click the post out, say, of Tobias Grondal, then we get all these actions that we can make the same playlist. We can download the same video clips, just in a but by just looking at the individual players. Again, with defensive events or attacking events, we have our shooting maps, and then we have an individual breakdown of the statistics in each game.